The Lexus LS has been around since 1990 and it is the most expensive and the largest sedan in the Lexus lineup. And what I have for you is this 2023 Lexus LS 500h all-wheel drive, which is the most expensive model that Lexus sells. And today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out from the exterior, interior, play with some amazing technology and new technology for 2023, and then at the end of this video I'm going to take you on a test drive. All of that thanks to Lexus of Sarasota, Florida. So if you're anywhere around, check out the link in the description of this video. Also, if this is the first time we meet, my name is Matt. Here on Matt the Car Guy, I do car reviews, 2 of them on this channel every single week. If that's something that interests you, go ahead and check out the rest of this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get back to this. The LS has not changed for this year, at least not on the outside, because it was just redesigned a few years ago. And I do love this color. I have to tell you, it looks like the liquid metal. They call it the manganese luster, and it's kind of a combination of a gray with maybe a little bit of brown. You really have to see it up front, and especially when the sun hits it, it looks absolutely amazing. I do like this long hood, even though Lexus no longer has a V8 in their lineup, but the hood is massive, it's long, and it does have so typical to Lexus grille, which, by the way, the shape of it, as you know, it's not my favorite, but it looks good on this particular vehicle. Huge Lexus logo, front view camera, bunch of sensors at the bottom, and this is all wrapped in chrome because it is a luxury vehicle. You do have a fully LED daytime running lights. You have fully LED headlights. Down below here, you do have a little bit of opening for this better aerodynamics, and that's pretty cool looking trim as well. And the headlights are equipped with their own washing system. Now, if you're wondering what powers up this thing, let's check it out. Take a look, guys. Underneath the hood, most of the cars will look like something exploded under it with a lot of wires, and not on the Lexus. On the Lexus, you have it all nice, clean, and tidy with a bunch of covers under it. Yeah, I know the mechanics would have to take them off in order to start working on it, but visually, it looks perfect. Now, what's in the heart of this vehicle? 3.5-liter V6 engine with the multi-stage hybrid system from Lexus. 354 is the total horsepower output. It is mated to a kind of a weird situation here. So what we have is an electronically controlled CVT transmission paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. Honestly, I'm not going to try to explain it to you because I don't know how that works. However, I will be able to tell you how it drives at the end of this video. Now, as far as the power delivery, it goes to all 4 wheels. It does have this electronic limited slip differentials in the center, and if you look at this whole setup right here, nice hood struts on both sides, sound insulation. That should really make for nice and quiet ride on this. Well, and here's the side of this vehicle. I gotta tell you, I love how these lines flawlessly flow throughout this car. I don't even know if I can say that, but it looks awesome. Now, in front, long hood, short stubbier back end makes it for this sportier appearance, and I love what Lexus designer do to these cars. I just hope the performance is going to meet the look on it. Now, it is large, 206 inches long, and let's check this out. Before we talk about the wheel and tire setup, I just want to let you know this does have the adaptive suspension that controls the softness and hardness of the suspension, so you can set it up to the way you like it. If I were to guess, this is on the softer side. It's going to give you that more luxurious feel, but we're going to talk about it while driving. Wheels, 20-inch wheels. These were upgraded, same size you get as a standard equipment. You get 20s, but different trim. So you look at these, they're black and silver, kind of match with the rest of this vehicle. 245 by 40 is the tire size. I do kind of find this trim piece strange. I believe these are the radar sensors on the side of this vehicle, because I can see them in the back and in the front as well. Now, you do have quite a bit of chrome, because this is the luxury model. So you have the chrome that surrounds the windows, you have the chrome on the door handles, you have the chrome right at the bottom of here. If you do get the F styling, you'll get this all blacked out. Now, you do have the blacked out mirrors with the turn signal, blind spot assist, and the cameras inside. And of course, you can't forget, you do have this Lexus smart entry system. Now, before we get inside, let's check out the back. And here in the back, we do have these large fully LED taillights with the turn signals right at the bottom, the reverse lights, the whole 9 yards. Look really nice, really bright. You do have this chrome trim piece connecting both of the taillights. Big Lexus logo right here on the trunk, LS 500H all-wheel drive. Scrolling down in here, you do have a little bit more of a chrome trim piece. And right here, what looks like this Formula One inspired brake light, it is actually the same sensors as you've seen on the side of this vehicle. Reflector lights, no visible exhaust, although I can actually touch one with my hand. And now we can open this trunk from the inside, we can open this trunk from the remote, and of course it is power assisted. Let's check out the roominess here. Well, let's see what's going on in here. So it looks like it's wide and it's, well, fairly deep, but it's very short. It ends right here. I'm not sure what's behind it. If I were to suspect, it's probably parts of that hybrid system. And let's see if we do have a spare tire. No, there is another auxiliary battery, I believe. That's for all of the electronics in this vehicle. So the trunk space is very limited for a large sedan. I'm kind of surprised by it, but let's see what else we have. Right on top of this trunk lid over here, you have this emergency release, and then you can close it. Of course, it's a power assisted trunk lid. So this is a large luxury sedan, and that can be used as a limo, chauffeured service, anything like this. Or if you'd like to be driven around but your family member maybe, well, that's cool too. Plenty of room, leg room, shoulder room, headroom, no issues. Shoulder room could be improved in my opinion, but then again, I'm not the smallest person. So let me show you the rest of this beautifully crafted interior. Let's start over here with the door panel. So first of all, take a look at this. It's white and black, beautiful, soft. It smells great. It's nice, soft leather interior. This is the white semi-aniline leather interior. This is like this laser wood crafted trim, very nice. Mark Levinson reference stereo. That's what you get with this hybrid vehicle. Now you do have the power windows controls, and that is pretty much it on here. Look at the seats, nice, comfortable, right? They look like it. And so you have enough room right here in the footwells. And check this out. So I've been complaining for some vehicles of not having enough vents. Now you have vents in the middle console, you have vents right underneath the front seat, you have vents on the pillar. So definitely you can set your climate control to the way you like it. And just look at this. Look, this is nice, comfortable, soft. It is perforated in the middle. It is solid on the sides. You do have this ultra suede headliner as well. And you know, if you wanted to have some fun controlling some stuff in here, now this opens up, but this is not only just a regular headrest. Let me jump inside, I'll show you what it is. So right here is basically your command center. You can turn it on, pushing that home button, and you can control anything from audio, climate, seat, shade, lamp, and settings. And you can do that from your rear seat over here. So that's pretty cool. You can control the audio. Now, unlike the Genesis that I just did, you can see actually what's playing in this back screen. You don't have to look up front. You can turn the power on or off. You can get out of the audio, climate control. All right, this is you have your own separate zone in the rear for passenger on the right hand side, passenger on the left hand side. As you can see, the seats are heated and ventilated. You can also set your temperature and select where the air is coming out of. You know, as far as the seats, this is pretty cool because you do have the 18-way adjustments on the rear seats. They're also, like I said, heated, ventilated. And then you can also move this passenger seat forward or backwards. Check this out. That's what I'm doing right now. So you don't have to get in front or ask somebody to move it for you. You can do that all from the back seat. And you do have the full settings. You have the automatic setting back, automatic setting front. So if somebody's getting in the front, you just hit this button right here and it's gonna recline, it's gonna move back to the position, which is gonna give you a little bit less of a leg room, but still, look, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not even close to touching. And this basically is adjusted to the way that I would be driving. I'm just looking at the driver's seat over here. So let's get out of this seat settings. Let's see, shade lamp settings. Oh yes, I didn't show you that, but they have shades on both sides. Of course, in the back as well. And this is the controls for it. And as far as different settings, this is for the screen. You can turn the screen off, brightness, screen change, screen lock, etc. So there's pretty cool. It might not be as sophisticated than some of the other ones, but this would be enough for me. But I want to point out one thing. Look how nicely it's wrapped in a leather right here. You do have this wood trim that's encased into this aluminum frame, and then you do have the cup holders. And if you needed a little bit more room, you can open this up, just a slight room in here, not too much, but you do have the 2 USB-C type adapters. And the front seats, if you look over here, nice. Again, you have the wood grain here, you have that aluminum trim, you do have the seat back storage. And then let's move this seat out of the way and I'll show you this. This is pretty cool. Look at this trim. So this is the laser engraved wood with metal. It looks amazing. And this is that Mark Levinson reference stereo. I gotta tell you, this is a very luxurious feel and smell on this vehicle too. Now you do have your own mirrors for the passenger on each side. Again, Mark Levinson stereo. You do have your own reading lights as well. I'm afraid even to touch it because this is nice and light material. Now this vehicle, as you can see, does not have the panoramic sunroof, just a regular one, but it is available with the panoramic sunroof. And check this out, because that's where we're going next. So let's take a listen to the closing door sound. Boom. That's not bad at all. That's probably about 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10. And I absolutely can't get enough of this trim over here. And the way that it's stitched together, that it's put together, it shows the quality of this vehicle as well. So what you have here is you have the 3 memory seat settings, and you can also adjust the right-hand side as well. You do have the window mirror lock controls, Mark Levinson stereo right here, Lexus on the door sill, and in the back we had the 18-way seat adjustments. Well, guess what? You have the 28 seat adjustment for the front driver and passenger, and I'm always afraid to sit in those beautiful white seats, but let's get in. Let me show you the rest. And here's the interior of this LS 500H. I gotta tell you, it's classic, elegant. I like it. Well, let's explore it a little bit more in depth, but as far as aesthetics on it, it does have super high quality premium materials. You do have this leather wrapped dashboard right here. This is a little bit of this black trim, this 12.3-inch screen that we're gonna explore the features of it in depth in just a little bit. And I do like how these vents kind of open up right in front of you. Now, as far as the steering wheel, it's leather wrapped, but it also has the wood inserts over here. So check this out, nice wood and leather combination. You do have the pedal shifters in the back, multi-function steering wheel with the big Lexus logo. Now the Lexus logo is not this shiny chrome, it's this toned down color. I really do like it. We're gonna check out what these buttons do, but let's move to the left hand side, and what you can see, you can adjust the height of this vehicle too, because like I said, it does have the adaptive suspension. I can see how this, I can feel how this vehicle is going up right now. You can put it in the EV mode because it is a hybrid, and you can adjust your head-up display. Right down here you have a tiny little bit of storage for I don't know what, and then you have your opening for the gas tank as well as the trunk. Now on the steering wheel, you do have features on both sides, right? Let's start with the right-hand side. You have this cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and then you have the mode and different tracks if you wish to set it up in the media. Now on the left-hand side, you do have basically control for what's going on in the instrument cluster. We're going to check that out. You also have the volume control and the voice control. And when you go in the back, these are the pedal shifters, of course, but look how nicely they're incorporated into the steering wheel. Everything has its place. That's what I've always liked about Lexus. Now, this is also your kind of attention controller, so it looks at your eyes, your movement, and make sure that you're not dozing off while driving the car. Over here, you can turn off your traction control by pushing it down on the left hand side. Oh, now you can see it. And then you can engage the snow mode if you'd like to. And here's your drive mode. So, you know, different drive modes, we're going to see what we have. So we have Sport S, Sport S Plus, and then Comfort, Eco, and that's it. So Comfort, Eco, Sport, and Sport Plus, these are the drive modes. And here's your fully digital screen that you have. Now we're in the Sport S, switch it to Sport S Plus. The only thing that changes really is the color of it and what you see. So on the left-hand side, right, let's get out of here. You can see that it does have the trip meter right now. We're in the snow mode, so it's gonna disengage the snow mode, right? We don't want it. 81 degrees outside, traction control off. All right, so here's your range, 106 miles. Here's your compass, media, what's playing, basically messages and settings. So you can do vehicle settings. You know, these are basically your safety features, so lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and front collision traffic assist, sign recognition, head-up display. So you have a different features in here. Kick sensors on. This is for your trunk. Rear seat reminder on. Now you do see right over here that I'm not wearing the seat belt, but when I turn the vehicle off, it's going to show you basically that a bunch of seat belts are not fastened basically. 12 miles on the vehicle, so it's a brand new car. In the middle, you said it's radar ready, so I guess that's all of the sensors on the outside, and you have this large tachometer on the outside, speedometer digital in the middle. I wonder if we change that display to something else. Can we? Meter settings, language unit, speed meter, drive info. I think that's the only thing that you can change. But it looks very good. I mean, it does have the information, you know, that you need. It might not be the most sophisticated system and not as much customization as on the other brands. And also on the right-hand side, this is kind of strange because that's basically just like on any of the Toyota hybrid, right? So you have this design. I'll show you that when we'll switch the gears in the middle here. Now let's move to the other 12.3-inch screen. So this has been updated. Now you have this new interface with the new Toyota system that they came up with the, I believe Lexus NX was the first one that debuted it. So you do have the navigation system. However, you do have to subscribe to it, I believe, unless you do get some free time with it. Service activation required. Yeah, so you have to subscribe to it, but you can also use your wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You do have different media, FM, AM, Sirius XM. By the way, this Mark Levinson stereo sounds amazing. Now you do have the phone connections, the different vehicle settings, so climate control settings, rear, different options. You can set it up in here. Seat controls, you have the massage controls, so tap a seat. Right here, we have different massage type. I don't even know what that means. Centrifugal, centrifugal. It feels good actually. Oh, it's going right now. We can get the intensity a little bit higher. Don't be shy. Oh, now I can feel it. That's good. Upper body, lower body, lumbar. So different types of massage. I'm gonna leave that on. Arrangement. Tap seat to adjust. So we can adjust the rear seats. Now this is basically just a return to the regular position, I believe. All right, we go back to settings, personal info, Bluetooth devices, general notifications, Wi-Fi, display, sound and media. That's, you know, pretty much what we've seen in any other Toyota models. Trip information, vehicle alert, I mean, not a ton of customization. You do have the competition having a lot more with the MBUX. Even with the new Genesis that I just did, it does have a ton of customization. But I gotta tell you, a lot of people that buy these vehicles probably won't use 10% of it. So, I mean, it might be an overkill, it might be a good selling point, so having all these features. And I'm a sucker for gadgets, so I like them, but I know a lot of people probably don't really care about them. You do have this nice, look at this Lexus clock in here. That's where you start the vehicle. Hazard lights down here. You have a display as far as your temperature, some shortcuts, hard buttons, you know, as far as the heating and ventilation control. You do have your power volume tune button and seat track radio media. Again, right down here you have the brake hold, you have the park assist, which basically right now it says unavailable because seatbelt is unfastened. All right, we can do the view as far as the camera. I'm going to show you that once we put it in reverse, and this is your shortcut for the massage. All right, mine is still going, so that's pretty cool. It does have 2 USB Type-C ports. Here's the shifter. Now, tiny little shifter for a big vehicle like this, and if you look at this diagram, this is straight out of like a Toyota Prius or any of their hybrid. Basically, that's what it does. Now, it does have the manual mode, which you didn't see. You see the B mode, I believe that's the battery mode, but this one has the manual mode in here. And of course, in order to put it in park, you just press the P. Now this is good because you do have the heated and ventilated seats. Hard buttons right here. This is probably what you're going to use the most. So this is really smart that Lexus actually came up with this setting. I mean, just don't put anything on top of it, I guess, because you're going to mess it up. So you can see heated ventilated seats, both driver, passenger, heated steering wheel, and then you can adjust the shade and the back. You can put it on or off. Then, of course, you have this nicely padded, and it's white, so it's almost, I don't want to touch it. It's white, but you can open up this big console over here, and you have a lot more storage with this sliding shelf on top, USB-A, USB-C. That's pretty much it. Oh, right here, you have a charger for your phone right over here. And if the passenger wanted to open this, all they have to do is press it on their side, and it opens on the other side, so you don't have to lean all the way over. Now this is the interior of this vehicle. We're going to check out to see what we have. So here it is. This has this rear view camera that's inside of the mirror, and we also have the sunglass holder. Okay, this again, this is this super soft basically Alcantara or super suede, what they call it. And then you have the regular sunroof, nothing too special about it. Mark Levinson stereo. And then if you open this up, you can get this illumination going both on the driver and passenger side. One more thing, pay attention to this. Look at this. Even the handles right here for the driver, passenger, and then the rear, they're nicely stitched, really soft to the touch. So super cool interior. It might not be the most technology that I've seen on the top of the line vehicles, but definitely it's enough for many. Well, let's see how it drives. One of the features of Lexus that it's really not listed on one website, that it fits you like a well-tailored suit. It feels so comfortable, so quiet, so well put together. Now, all of these, the LS 500H, are made in Japan, and at the factory where the quality is their top priority, and the workers take ownership of their work, and they're to take pride in what they do, and it really shows when you get into one of those Lexuses. And like I mentioned before, it might not be the most technologically advanced, or it might not have the most gadgets out of all of that, but the feeling of it is something special. No wonder it's been around for 30 years, and every year Lexus tweaks and improves something on it. So definitely that has something to do with its being a very popular model. Now, also what draws people to the Lexus brand is the reliability and of course the quality, as I mentioned before. So now let's talk about pricing, because that all comes at a cost. The basic Lexus LS 500 with the two-wheel drive, it starts at $78,000, but don't be too excited, because once you get with the F Sport, that adds a little bit more flair to it. Also with the two-wheel drive, it does go to $81,635. But if you do opt in for the hybrid, that does have pretty much most of the feature standard that you can add to the previous vehicles, plus you do have the hybrid system, you start at $113,935, and that's basically what we have here, just a little bit over $114,000 with the destination charge. And I'll post that in the link of the description to the video. Now, it is an expensive vehicle, definitely not cheap. We're definitely looking head-to-head with the Mercedes-Benz and BMW, and Lexus not having the V8 option might put it at a slight disadvantage. Now let's see how this V6 hybrid handles. And since it's a hybrid, let's talk about the gas mileage. So you do have 25 miles per gallon combined, 22 in the city, 29 on the expressway. So not bad for a large vehicle, but I would probably expect just a tiny little bit more for the price. And it feels good. It really feels well put together driving it. I am in the Sport Plus mode, so this is the most stiff mode, if you will. We're going to make a circle here. 206 inches long. Let's see how well it turns. So we have the parking spots in here. That'll be a nice comparison. We'll do it to the right. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 4.5. 4.5 parking spots. That is pretty much the same as a mid-size SUV, so that's not bad at all. One other thing that I want to check out since we're here is the body roll and how stiff or comfortable this is. So you can see that it kind of floats on the road. You can see that this vehicle moves around quite a bit, because like I mentioned before, I had the feeling that it's made more for comfort than performance, and that's basically what it is. But it is a large vehicle. You know, definitely the dimensions, you can't hide it. So a lot of them are going to be very similar. Now, BMW and Mercedes have the ability to kind of stiffen them up to the point where they basically feel like sports car. Now, we're going to check out the slight acceleration over here, then take it on the road and see what it does. So let's check this out. Sport Plus mode. Should we do a little bit of a left foot brake here? Let's see. Okay. 40 almost, and brake, not bad at all. I like that. I liked what I heard, that engine noise. It wasn't like a real aggressive growl, but it had this little tooth, right? Pretty cool. But once you let it go, it's nice. It's super quiet. Just a little hum coming from the outside. Not much. If that's what you're looking for, this might be a vehicle for you. One thing to mention, you know, also, I just did the G90, which is basically compared to Mercedes-Benz, BMW, of course the Lexus LS, as well as it is, you know, one of the few remaining luxury sedans. And, you know, while both of them are nice, this definitely has a different feel to it. This is more elegant, in my opinion. Even like I mentioned, the quality of build, you know, again. Okay. Right, so I got to 63, 64 miles an hour, and I was kind of listening it for that pedal or for that gear shift, but I couldn't hear it. Let me put it in that manual mode. All right, and I'm in the gear number 6, even though it is a 6-speed automatic transmission, I believe, that it's paired up to with a CVT. Like I said, it is a fairly unusual combination. Oh, 55 miles. All right, so it went, and I tell you, it might have not had this exhilarating experience as far as the acceleration of this vehicle, but it's definitely capable of holding its own, and it does it. It's quick. It just does it in its own way, and you'd have to drive it to kind of understand it. We're back in the parking lot here, guys. Time to sum it all up. There's certainly a lot of features that I loved about this vehicle, one of them being the exterior styling. I think it's one of the nicest looking large sedans in its class, no questions asked. I do like the Mercedes-Benz. The G90 was okay. The BMW I'm still not kind of getting used to. I mean, it was yeah, it's something completely different. Let's leave that for another day. Now the interior, as far as the size of it, I mean, it's great. As far as the quality of it, it's superb. There's no question about it. I do love that Lexus is finally catching up and starting putting a little bit more of the features in their vehicles. I do like overall this system. However, I'm a sucker for gadgets, so you know, give me more of that and I'll use them. I know a lot of people want, so this is very subjective, but I would like to see a little bit more of gadgets inside the vehicle. One other thing I didn't check out, so hopefully this camera is going to pick it up. Here is the rear view camera, and as you can see, it does have the trajectory lines. Quality is good. Now we're sitting right next to another vehicle, so it tells you of where we at. And let's see, this is your rear view camera, narrow angle and wide angle. And all right, so view under vehicle, panoramic view monitor, advanced park. So you can do that too, cornering view. All right, so we have all of that. Now, can we check it out as far as the panoramic view? Oh yeah, we can zoom it in and zoom it out. And so this is a nice system, actually. It's pretty good. But as I mentioned, you know, some of the other vehicles are adding so much stuff to their new technology that's crazy. So a little bit improvement on that, but not bad. As far as the acceleration, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, this one doesn't drive like the German cars. Sure, it doesn't. It's completely different. I mean, you still get this 5.2 seconds like you do with BMW, let's say, the 6-cylinder. You get just a little bit faster on the Mercedes, but it's a completely different feel. You're going to be sitting in the sport car, basically, if you get into, especially in the BMW. I mean, it turns into this sport vehicle, which is a lot stiffer. It's not as comfortable, and it's a lot more aggressive than the Lexus. And there are people who definitely would prefer this feel versus the BMW feel, or vice versa. So if you're looking for something that's very, very, very aggressive, that's probably not the car for you, but that's why they have other options. But if you're looking for something that's definitely capable and can accelerate fast, because 5.2 seconds 0 to 60, it's fast, definitely this might be a great choice for you. The interior color quality and the way that this vehicle is put together, I think it's best in its class. So we're talking class-wise, we're talking Mercedes-Benz S-Class, we're talking BMW 7 Series, we're talking that GV90, and I can definitely say that the feel of it is, the way that it's put together, it's superior to the other ones. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned one thing from this video. And if you did, then I did my job. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell notifications button so you don't miss any of my videos. And hopefully you like it. Make sure you leave me a like. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.